All right.
All
Okay.
right, all right, all
Finally,
right.
we still dealing with these little hiccups over here. I see the LinkedIn loading up. I see the countdown. So there's like there's like a 30 to 40-second delay, but it's all good, man. What's up, Steve?
What's
going
going
on, brother?
on?
All right. You see us live everywhere: LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and then I remember the last time you mentioned that we were cut off. Hopefully, this is better than the last time. But this is so cool. All right, man. I missed you, bro. How are you, man?
I'm good. Trying to stop my Instagram. There we go.
Okay, good to go.
We're
Well,
good. Yeah.
all right, man. We are live. We're doing this. We are being broadcasted throughout the different platforms. If you were watching the whole little hiccup at the beginning, it's because the stream was just acting up and it was acting crazy. But it is what it is. Well, good morning, mi gente. My name is Carlos A. Vasquez. I'm known as the Miami Marketer, and we've got another little episode for you, a podcast episode. And I got my co-host here, Steven Menard. Say a little something about yourself, brother.
Hey, man. We're just out here trying to make it happen, networking, having a great week, and can't wait to dive into the post recap of our event and what went well and what we could do better for sure.
That's right, man. Okay, so by the way, you're what company are you with?
I am with Motor Breeze, helping you buy and lease new cars without stepping foot in the dealership.
Nice, man. What a nice little pitch together. Little welcoming. Sounds familiar, but sounds pretty
Appreciate
good.
you.
All right, man. So, okay, cool. So, about 2 weeks ago, we had the actual speed networking event, and we had it at Total Wine. So, today's episode, we're going to basically kind of just do a little bit of a recap of what that experience was, and we're kind of just hash it all out, and then we're going to promote the new event that we have happening in May. So, we got a bunch of cool little stuff in store for you. That's listening to this watching this podcast episode. All right, so
Absolutely.
First things first, before we talk about the episode, why didn't we do an episode on Friday last week?
I think that was my fault. I think I was somewhere or available. I completely forgot what last week was. It's just
you really did.
Yeah.
We were at the EV Hotel during our training.
That's right. We went to the training. Yes.
We were busy. We were busy. So that's why we weren't able to get together and do the episodes. But I know originally we were trying to pre-record these episodes and then just then send it out. But the challenge that we were facing is that, we're basically a two-man team and we have so many things going on. And to download the recording, edit it, produce it, then re-upload it, it was a mission. So what we're doing basically now is we're trying to do a live stream of the podcast episode with the intro at the beginning and then the outro at the end. So that way it's basically a produced podcast episode. Basically, we're live producing as we do. So excuse the hiccups. The episodes are basically in beta, and eventually we're going to get much better than what you see right now. But, what we want to do is instead of trying to perfect it and then deploy, what we're doing is we're just going to deploy and perfect it as we go, because I've learned that if you always try to make things perfect before, because I know there's a lot of people that are like, I don't want to put anything out there until it's perfect. But the problem with that approach is that it's never going to be perfect. There's always going to be something to improve on. So I'd rather go out there and just already produce these episodes on the spot and then get better as we go, because there's something to the authenticity of seeing what it takes to put something like this together. And I'm hoping that not only will we learn and get better at this, but you're going to learn from us. Maybe you could avoid the mistakes that we're making. And I'm happy to be y'all's guinea pig for all of this. So, yeah, that's it. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I think you said it perfectly. I don't think there's much more to add to that.
Cool, man. Fun fact, Steven is filled with energy this morning. He
Gotta get that cold shower and workout in before these be a little more lively. It's my bad.
All right, so the truth of the matter is Steven felt he didn't get to work out today, so he felt like, you know what, I'm not 100% today, but we're gonna get through this.
Next time I'll just go and I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna run a few minutes late. It'll be better I run late.
No, Steven, no. Just Wake up at 3:30 in the morning, bro.
I'm not about that life.
What time?
Last night went to bed. I don't know, maybe 12. Actually, I'm used to getting up at 5. Tuesday through Thursday for meetings, for BNI meetings. Uh-huh. But when Friday comes around, oh man, it's tough to get up that early.
Why? Okay, so first of all, why do you go to bed so late?
Because it's a bad habit. Usually I'm doing work on the computer until 11:30 or so. But last night, I don't know what I was doing, but
I'm not asking for like last night in particular, but so you're on average you're going to bed at midnight. Is that what you're saying?
Normally, yeah. Normally. Damn, if I'm in bed before 11, I'm doing good. Doing real good.
All right. Listen. All right. I'm going to tell you what to do with your life.
Please do.
Stop working late at night on fumes.
And try to get up early.
Start working in the morning with fresh energy. You're still doing the same thing, just at a different side of the night. That's it. So
yeah.
Go to bed start with 10 o'clock or something. Yeah. Listen, you got a lot of stuff going on. I get it. You got so much stuff going on. It's got to get done. Just wake up before everybody else and get it done. That's all I'm saying. And then you've already gotten so much done before everybody's awake, and you could go to the gym. You have everything, and boom. So,
booyah.
I practice what I preach. I know I'm crazy. I don't expect you to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, but it'll be a lot done. But you'll get a lot more done before everybody else wakes up. That's how I see it. So, get her done. Get her done. Okay. Now let's talk about the event. The event was on April 17th, and it was a Wednesday. And it was at Total Wine, the one on 27th and by US 1, by Biscayne Boulevard.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not called Biscayne Boulevard on there. It's called US 1.
No, it's US 1.
Yeah. Biscayne Boulevard is when it's by north of Miami Avenue,
downtown. I don't know, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So, well, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Go ahead, kick it off. Tell me how do you feel the event went?
I think the event was great. I was happy that we didn't get 200 people in the room. That was a little bit of worrisome, but we did have a good showing of plenty of people. Total Wine hooked us up with 40 glasses of wine. Everybody liked my charcuterie, although next time it's going to be a little more simple than that, because that was a little complicated to get all that together, but it was good. Everyone had a lot of fun. It was very loud, but I think it was a good time, good first time run, and just looking forward to bouncing around the different areas, different locations. Now we have a few new venues we'll be bringing on to try them out, and so we just want to keep it fresh, keep it fun, and rotate venues to. So it's not the same old thing. So, and I think we're going to go over some feedback we got some from our coaches and colleagues as to how to make this thing better. So we're excited to definitely move forward on that. Yeah.
Okay. So when you said you're happy that we didn't get to 200, for those of the people that are watching that don't know what that means, why did you even think we're going to get to 200?
Well, we had 200 signups.
Okay.
And really the capacity for the place was really 40 people, technically. So we were just a little worried, but we're glad that it worked out. But some of the new venues we're looking at actually will hold more people. But there's that as well. So it won't be such a burdensome, but I think as we go, we're going to learn more and be able to execute this event better, and provide more value.
Gotcha. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we had over 200 signups on Eventbrite combined with Meetup as well. And we were concerned. Yeah, I shared that same concern, but I just didn't know what to expect. What I did expect was that for the amount of signups that we got, I was expecting between 40 to 50% of the signups to actually show up. And that's actually kind of like the numbers that we got. I think we had about 80 people. So I would say 70 to 80 people actually showed up. And not everyone grabbed wine. So there was plenty of wine to go around, although they gave us 40. And we found out at the event, like the day of the event, because the guy that was setting up, he was like, how many people are you planning? Are you expecting? And you and I were kind of just giving us the little awkward look. Should we tell him? Should we not tell him? And I just said, yeah, we're expecting about 80 to 100 people. And the guy was like, what? It was like, this room we only have 40 chairs. Then that's totally fine. The 40 people that are here are the ones that are going to be sitting down. So regardless, they put the 40 glasses of wine there, and people got to enjoy the wine, so which is good. Then one of the challenges that we had, I'm talking about the challenges that we had, and I guess we could go into the actual feedback that we got. But wait, before we go there and we talk about that, we had sponsors at the event. It was Get Staffy. Raquel Gomez went ahead and she did a presentation. She chose a winner, and she gave away gift cards too. Like that was totally unexpected.
Yeah, she has because to give away.
Because of their sponsorship, we were able to get the food that you put together. We got the prize, the bottles that we purchased, and we also got the speaker as well, so that way we can use it. And we'll talk more about that speaker in a bit. And then we had Alina Zerpa from A to Z Social Agency also there, which she shows some cool videos that she's done for some of her clients. One of her clients being Irama. I was gonna say Irama Valderrama. Irama Valdez, right? That's her last name. I just had like a total my brain just went crazy there. All right, so Irama went ahead and she showed Irama's videos, and Irama's such a great sport when it comes to doing these videos. Like she's not she didn't look awkward. She looks like she's all about the actual creating that content. So kudos to you, Irama, and kudos to you, Alina, for getting that out of Irama, because I think that you're really getting her out of her shell, and she's naturally flying with that. So we did I think it was a great hit. So having sponsors there was a great opportunity. And then of course the sponsors, they had a promotional offer for everyone who attended, so that way they can go ahead and offer their services to them. So go ahead, if you are interested in either virtual assistant services, reach out to Raquel Gomez from Get Staffy. And if you want to actually make your social media make money for you and generate leads, Lena actually has the recipe to get it done. So you can go ahead and reach out to them to get that going. So that was that. So we had the sponsors, we got the speakers, we got the food, we had the tables. All right. So I guess we could go into the feedback. We'll go into the feedback, and we could just kind of discuss and talk it out.
Okay. So I think one thing we thought we did a good enough job explaining everything. Unfortunately, people came late, so those people didn't get all the instructions. So I think the instructions to be clear and maybe to be printed out on the table where people are, so they can kind of read clear instructions on how it works. Having people prepared with a 1 minute pitch, so that way, because people were going way over time. So having people prepared to, maybe, I don't know if we put that in our communications prior to the event, but have something prepared for a minute, practice it, time it, like have it clear and concise.
Well, hold on, before we get into that, let's talk about the instructions part. Okay, so we gave the instructions, right? I know you said that people were showing up late. However, we had the speaker, we had the microphone, and that was a good call on your part to tell us to tell me to make sure I get that. Although I bought it a little too late, because I could have saved $30 if I bought it when you told me to buy it. But that's just I'm just a procrastinator and a half. So that's that. But the instructions, we gave them up front. But I think that the way we can solve that in the future is actually put the instructions on that big slide that have the countdown as well.
Yeah.
So that way everyone can see it. When you hear the sound, move, because nobody moved. I mean, mentira. People didn't move, but not everyone moved. And when one person doesn't move, that's it. You've held up the rest of the line behind you.
Yeah.
So that was a problem.
And married couples that come, make sure you stick with your person and don't just follow your husband around like a puppy. I'm like, that's not the way it works. Messing up our numbers.
You saw that? You saw that?
Yeah. There's a married couple that the lady was following. And I'm like, no, you have to stick with the system. Otherwise, you're doubled up and it doesn't work. And it clogs up the way.
But I don't understand. So I mean, the husband and wife, they didn't talk to someone? I mean, Or they're talking to the same person?
It would be 2-on-1. So, it would be 2-on-1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You're totally missing out on an opportunity. And I mean, and there's only so much space. You can't take up a spot because you're basically taking up if that was the case, that means that the spouse should have been on the person to the left or to the right, and then obviously they move forward, and they're kind of just like a conveyor belt. So that's really crazy how they didn't get that. All right, so
and obviously I think we thought the snake would have worked, but we've learned that it is too complicated. So just put those tables together in one long snake, which is what we learned.
I don't think we could do it. I don't think we could do it there at Total Wine. Honestly, there's so much space there. I mean, I guess going instead of having the tables facing the TV, I guess we could turn them all so it could be long ways to the room, right?
No, well that yes, but I think we could have just put them. There's 2 sets of tables. I think we could have just put them together because you remember how we kind of staggered it out. I think if we just put them together and just have everyone do a long snake up and down.
Okay, so here's my feedback on that. I don't think that's possible, and I could be wrong, because the room is small. Remember that was the short end of the short size of the room, and if you don't move the table and stagger it, the people at the end can't go around of the other people to go to the next table behind them. That was the only reason why I made it staggered like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you just make everything all perfectly aligned, there's not going to be any space to walk around behind to get to the next person. So that's the reason why I staggered it that way, because we were working with the room size. Now, I still think we got to stagger it, but instead just make the tables long ways to the long side of the room.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Just 2 long lines.
Yeah, because if we're gonna have the tables the way they were, facing the way they were, there's not gonna be enough space to walk around. There just really isn't. That's what I gather when I kind of just did a little bit of a walkthrough of what it is, and I'm not a small person, so I got to be able to kind of make sure that if I could get through, that means that other people could get through. So so that was it. So if we're gonna stagger, we should go the long ways. Okay, so that's that. Okay, all right. What else? The pitch. You said prepare your pitch. Prepare your pitch. Prepare your professional pitch.
Yeah, prepare. Pa.
Prepare.
Prepare and practice. Prepare and practice and time yourself, because the more you time yourself, the more you practice, the more better you get.
My wife would be proud.
And I tell people all the time, especially in BNI, I'm like, because sometimes in my car, I'll run my timer and just kind of practice a few times what I want to say, so I'm more concise as to when I say it instead of just, shooting from the hip.
Yeah, and if you don't you should write down your pitch and practice it, repeat it, and then eventually it comes naturally.
Yeah.
So I help high-ticket experts reach and exceed $1 million in sales using marketing and sales automation. That's what I do. That's my huya. I wrote that last year, October, and it took me a while to remember that. And I'll still screw it up. I'm not going to be perfect about it, but yeah, you gotta prepare your professional pitch. Plan to prepare your professional pitch. All right, continue. All right, so yeah, prepare your pitch. All right, what's next? What else? What else? Other feedback do we get?
Explain what the goal of this type of event is. And then be respectful of time of others, the person you're talking about and person coming after you. Not respecting it could subtract points from your first impression made by your credibility, moving you away from future one-to-one. So I think just making sure people understand that we have to move on a timely manner. That way it's a well-oiled machine. Otherwise we're infringing on other people's time.
Right. I just got some feedback from a buddy of mine on Instagram, and actually you gave me this feedback before, is that if I don't start this stream in portrait mode, in mobile mode, then it'll cut off the video.
Yeah, we're like this.
Yeah, so you're getting so that's why I'm gonna kind of just shift this up like this. Oh wait, no wait, yeah. So stay in the middle, Steve. Make sure you're staying in the middle of your camera, so that way when I fix this up. Okay, thanks, John, for letting me know on that. Okay, he sent me that message about 10 minutes ago, so he probably didn't even see. He said forget about it. Okay, so that's that. So now I know for the stream, which by the way, at the beginning of the stream, you noticed that we had like that little MN podcast banner image, and then I had that 30-second countdown. We're getting better at this whole podcasting thing. So the only thing that was really weird was that at the beginning, when I had the podcast image showing up, it looked like it stopped showing that image, and it just started showing Steve and I just staring at the computer. So I'll figure that out down the road. So I'm using a software called OneStream Live, which is pretty cool. Usually you would use something like OBS and then broadcast it out, but I'm trying to keep this as lean-ish as possible, so that way I don't have to worry about getting too many different platforms involved. So okay, so that's that. All right, what other feedback?
Let's see. Consider fewer seats and more rounds to control noise level better if the venue allows it, creating an open networking. Consider fewer seats and more rounds to control noise level better if venue allows it, creating an open networking space for those waiting for the round after that.
Okay, so
I don't know if that's always possible.
Yeah, it's really the venue specific. And of course people showing up on time, right? Yeah. So controlling the noise was impossible.
Yeah.
Maybe impossible is not the right word, but it's more like very
little bit of a challenge. Yeah. I think one of the things we talked about where we tried doing 2 rounds. Mm-hmm. I think next time we just stick it to one long round, and that's, and then the rest is open networking, because once we broke out of that first round, there's no getting them back in their seats. It's like herding cats on LSD. It just ain't gonna work.
Yeah, having 2 rounds may not be the way to go.
Yeah,
just having. Hold on. So that's how you switch, Carlos. Good job, Carlos. All right, I'm gonna put you back.
It's not like the online speed networking where I can control everything.
Yeah,
that's not the way it works. This,
right.
You're not controlling anybody.
Right. So, okay, so we should just have 1 round, make the round longer, basically make it like a 40-minute round, or maybe like a full hour round, right?
I would say 40 minutes. I think
40 minutes, so that way people can take breaks. Okay, so what we do is have one. Okay, we did it 2 rounds so we could give the 2 sponsors an opportunity to go ahead and do it. But you know what? I guess we could do it because people are going to care about the prize. They want a shot at winning the prize.
I got some feedback. What I would do we have them present before the round, and then the prizes and raffles after the round.
Gotcha. Right before open networking.
Open networking. Yeah.
Yes, at the end. Right. So there's 2 open networkings. One's like the first one before we start everything off and give everybody a shot to showing up, and then the second open networking will be after the speed networking as well. So the key is that we want to make sure that we still have a pretty big captive audience for both sponsors. That's really why we did it, because that's it. That's the reason why I did it. So okay.
And speaking spots will be 5 minutes.
Yes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes was a little too long. I want it to be less than 10 minutes. It shouldn't be a whole. Honestly, it shouldn't have to be a whole presentation. It should just be short enough to get the person to know what they do and how to reach out to them. It's like a tease.
Yeah.
Almost like a B&I presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So that's that. Now let's talk about the noise. So the speaker we got was not strong enough or loud enough. It just wasn't. It was weak.
Did you go ahead and return it? I would return it if I was you.
I threw away the box already.
Idea meal. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, that's right. You left it there.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. The speakers okay. It's just that okay. So I couldn't talk. No one could hear me when I was talking, but everyone did hear. I think they did the sound effects that I used to let you know that the round was supposed to, not the round, but the countdown finished. Yeah. Were you able to hear it when you were out and about?
Don't ask me, bro. I was in deep. I was in deep trying to making sure people were moving.
Got it. We were directing in traffic. All right. Well, I know that for sure that the sound effect that I used that made everyone pay attention was when I used a bunch of monkeys screaming. That one. Yeah. Which now that I'm thinking about it, perhaps I should try like the cruise line horn. And I think people could hear that. But if people don't move, then resort to the monkey screaming. And then I'm going to let everyone know at the beginning, listen, if you guys are not moving and you hear the monkey screaming, that means that pay attention.
Or some electric prods to just...
I don't think
that might be a liability issue.
Might be. Everyone would have to sign some type of waiver. And I don't think anybody would sign that waiver. Or we should have fun with it. You know, by the way, by being a part of this event, you have agreed to be prodded by our taser. If you do not move, we'll just have some fun with it, maybe.
Or a slingshot marble. Move.
And then I'll have like a sound effect that goes, and they'll probably think that, oh, is that me? I don't want to get burned or whatever. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So the sound, nobody was able to hear us. So that was a challenge. All right. So okay. So that was the feedback. So now we're gonna do this again in Miami-Dade, but this time we're gonna have a different location with much more space than Total Wine. Yeah. Than this Total Wine that we just had it at.
It'll be after hours, so we'll pretty much have the whole space to ourselves, pretty much. So
yeah, yep. Yeah. It's a workspace. It's called Quest Workspaces. It's one of the locations in Coral Gables. It's a new location. Beautiful spot. Like I visited, I was very impressed with the area. It's very executive, very high end. It's definitely a high end location, and we got lucky that we were able to lock in the spot. Shout out to Maria Zamora. She's running that location over there, and she's agreed to host our next event. It'll be indoors. Oh, by the way, the Total Wine, another feedback that I remembered was that it was hot.
Yeah, it was hot. It was warm. Warm.
It got warm, and I didn't want to open because they have like these little, like it's like garage doors that they can open it up, but I felt like we would have been too loud for Total Wine.
Yeah, I think the noise would have been an issue, and that was the one thing when I went and visited Maria in her space. I'm like, I like the AC. I like the AC.
Yep. They do have that location that we're going to do it this in May is that they do have an outside balcony area on both sides, and a ton of space. We could probably do like 400, 500 people, I believe. But I think that we may want to wait till it's a cooler time so that it's not so hot. Because Miami, it can be brutal. Even at 6 to 7 o'clock at night.
We're at the time of year where it's probably not best to do that now. I think we've already missed that window. We missed that. Yeah, it'll be a good space. And we have another space that we're talking to as well. That was just kind of, moving around and keep it interesting.
We're going on tour. We're on tour, baby.
Going on tour.
Lectas tour.
Get the tour bus ready.
Yes, sir. Okay. So May 30th will be the next speed networking event. It's going to be at Quest Workspaces. Address to be going out. There will be a charge, but if you're watching this video, if you're watching this episode, we're going to give you a coupon code, and the cost will be on us. We'll cover your cost for your speed networking, so that way you don't have to pay out of pocket. And we definitely would love for you to be there. So we are trying to get 200 plus people to attend. We could support the spot, and the place is beautiful. So stay tuned. If you're not on our email list, reach out to me. In fact, you could send me a message on Instagram. If you're following me on Instagram, or if you're watching this on Instagram, send the message Speed Networking to me, and then that way I'll automatically send you the link, and I'll send you the coupon code that you can use, the discount code, so that way you can go ahead and not have to pay anything for it. So we'll cover the cost for that. So that, stay tuned for that information. We're going to be broadcasting out really, really soon. And no, that's it. That's what we have coming down the pike for May 30th. And we have some more stuff coming up in June, but May 30th is the next one. So mark your calendars.
Absolutely. Calendars. Yeah. Next week we have online speed networking. So keep your eye out for that, and hit us up if you want to get online. And
okay.
Yeah, it'd be great to see everybody, and share, like, and subscribe. And there's any questions or comments we want to put out to the people to answer this week.
What are you doing, man? You tapping? What's that sound?
Yeah, I was probably tapping. Yeah. Drummer. Cuidado.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, so like, share, comment, and let us know what your thoughts are. Any feedback, we'd be open to it. We got that feedback that the camera, we were being cut off. So we're doing this live. We're taking everyone's info, and we're getting your feedback and taking action with that. I wanted to add one more thing before we go. But I forgot because I got distracted because I'm like that
squirrel,
Dory and Squirrel from that movie Up. But that's about it. So that's it. All right, guys. Bueno, thank you so much for chiming in. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we look forward to seeing you at our next event. All right, see you guys later.